Alright guys, so I guess this will probably be part 2. I think I had enough footage for part 1, even though it was only like a couple days ago that I took the video and I haven't posted anything yet. But anyways, I got the rest of the floor out, as you can see. These two main sheets of plywood here. And it looks just about as bad as the rest of it. I haven't even like really studied it that much yet. I just wanted to kind of take a video and show you guys real quick. So a lot more spray foam there, and the 2x4s looks like that were used to raise the floor up a couple inches off the stringers. So I'm gonna take those out. They're not even hardly attached anymore because like I just flipped this one over here because there's like no wood in the stringers. It's just fiberglass, so the 2x4s on top are just coming right up. So go ahead and pull those up and get them out of here, and then see if I can get some of this foam out that's in here. There's a ton of this spray foam up in the front here, so try to get that out and clean it up, and then maybe I can get this piece of the floor out up here in the cabin. The main part of the floor is out, so that's good. The deck anyways, and now I just gotta start cleaning it up and see exactly what I'm dealing with. I mean, I'm gonna have to grind all the stringers down anyways and put new one in and new glass and everything, but you know, at least maybe I can try to take some measurements and stuff before I start grinding, you know, so I at least know what to go back with. So anyways, just wanted to make a little update video, and I'm gonna keep working. So I got the floor out on the middle of the cabin here, and as I thought, this main stringer goes up all the way up there, as do the side ones, I'm sure. I realized after I made that last clip that underneath the bunks here, there's a floor. Pulled this off, and that's a little rotten there, which I remember that's why we put them on there to start with. So as I go deeper, I'm finding more rot, which, you know, makes sense. And this freaking foam, I've got some of it out here, whole friggin' trash bag of it there, but it's annoying to get up. I'm mostly just using this crowbar. Maybe not the best tool, but it's working okay. It's coming up in pretty big chunks, but anyways, so I may have to end up taking some of these out of here, like the bunks structure, and redoing that, because it's probably not in the best shape. I don't think it'd be that hard, and then that way I could make sure all those stringers go in nice. So I guess we'll see, but I'm gonna keep trucking along, just trying to get this foam out of here. So yep. Alright guys, just wanted to make a little update video here. This is probably going to be in part 2, but I'm not sure. I uploaded part 1 a couple days ago, and I had already made some footage for part 2, so I don't know how much footage I have, but anyways, today is, just for my reference, kind of February 14th, 2018. So did a little bit of work today, not too much, mostly just kind of inspecting the transom and trying to get a plan for that, because that's going to be the first thing that I need to do, because the stringers are going to be hooking to the transom. So I want to make sure that that's all solid and ready to go before I put the stringers in. So let me go ahead and show you a little bit of what I'm dealing with here. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to come out on camera, but this is the transom from the inside of the boat. Basically, it looked like there was 2 sheets of plywood going all the way across the bottom of the boat, up under and behind the seats, and then right up into the splash well under here. And at some time, I think probably before we bought the boat, this big chunk of the inner layer of plywood had come off and broken off some of the original inner skin, which I think this is. You can see here where it looks like it's been broken off, and I think it had just been patched there with some chop strand and stuff, and looks like there was chop strand here kind of laminating the 2 pieces of plywood together, because this is the outer skin here, the inside of the outer skin, and then this is a layer of plywood and then there's another layer of plywood between the inner skin and this layer of chop strand here. That's what I'm thinking anyways. That's what it kind of looks like. You can see it over here as well. So here's the outer skin, here's one layer of plywood, layer of chop strand, another layer of plywood, and then here's the original inner skin. So I'm thinking the original transom was probably about an inch thick. These pieces of plywood look like they're around ½ inch thick a piece or so. So somewhere around an inch thick maybe. Because most of the inner skin is already gone, and I can pretty well get to the the inner skin, my plan is to take my transom plywood after I get all this crap cleaned out and the inside of the outer skin ground down, nicely prepped for fiberglass. My plan is to take my new transom plywood and shove it up against the inside of the outer skin, glue it down, and then tab it in with some fiberglass, probably some 1708 or so, and then cover it, with glass, and it should be nice and strong and attached to the outer skin. Now the only problem with that plan is the new transom needs to come up underneath this edge here. This is the bottom of the splash well. It needs to come up to the lip here. Let me show you on the outside. It needs to come up in here and fill this whole cavity in where the outer skin is, because this is where the engine mounts and bolts through, so that needs to be nice and solid right there. But if I take my new piece and cut it, I'm not going to be able to fish it up under the bottom of the splash well there. So trying to do as little damage as possible and not have to remove the outer skin from behind the boat, which I've seen people do. My plan is to try to cut part of the splash well out, save that piece, and then glass it back in after the transom's in. Feel like that would cause the least amount of structural damage, and be the easiest to put back together the way it's supposed to be. I don't think there's any other way I'm going to be able to get that plywood up against the inside of the outer skin without tearing more of the back of the boat apart, which I do not want to do, and definitely not separating the caps or the cap. There's no way. So that's the plan. I'm going to keep studying a little bit more and keep trying to get the rest of this old transom out. It seemed like the inside was more rotten. The outer sides are wet. You can see the water squeeze out of them when I pry on them with the screwdriver, but they're not quite as rotten yet, so they're going to be a little more difficult to get out. But there's the pile of crap that I've got out so far. This was just a little piece of wood that was added for the smaller secondary outboard mount, which is what those holes are for. We just took off, me and my brother today. It's laying down here. So got that out of the way, and haven't done too much more to the rest of the boat, because like I said, I need to get the transom done first. But came in here and kind of studied where these stringers go, and it looks like this outer stringer comes in here and it stops up in here somewhere, because this is the hole, actually, this piece here, and then this piece is like a floor piece that connects to it, and then it connects to the this stringer here. So I'm gonna have to tear probably all this out to be able to get to the stringers and replace those. And they're not in the best shape anyways. This is kind of rotten. These aren't too bad actually here, the middle parts, but if they gotta come out, they gotta come out. Because I want the stringers to be in there solid. So that's the plan. Get the transom done first, and then start working on the stringers. I don't really like the idea of tearing everything out of here at once. I'm afraid the boat will be a little too flimsy, the hull, Maybe it won't, I don't know for sure, but I just don't really want to take that risk. So I think I'm going to try to do, you know, a few stringers at a time strategically and kind of plan it out and put new stuff in. That way I have, you know, some support at all times, I guess. So anyways, just want to make the update video. This might have been kind of a rambling video, and I still want to try to get some actual footage of me working on stuff, and I'm gonna try to do that. But so far I've only been able to work on this thing a couple, you know, like an hour or so at a time when I have off from class or work. So it's, you know, kind of rough just to set up the camera. I just want to come out here and start working on it and try to get something done before I you know, instead of wasting time with the camera. And also, you know, I'm still trying to figure this thing out and make a plan for myself. You know, once I figure that out and get rolling, you know, and I know what I'm doing, then it'll be a little easier for me to come out here and film. But anyways, like I said, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the next clip or the next part, whatever comes first. So see you then.